Green Law, for you, with you.
And with us today, once again, to talk more about the law is R.T. Green. We love welcoming you each and every month.
It's always a pleasure, and I enjoy being here immensely.
Well, you know, we've tackled the topics each month that I think have been so beneficial, and this one this month continues to kind of make my mind work, because we're talking about a case for you that has grown in numbers, correct?
That's
Truck accidents. Explain to me, first of all, what are we talking about when we're talking about a truck? Is this like a big truck, a medium-sized truck, or what's the deal?
Probably the best way to describe it is large trucks. That would include large box trucks. That would include garbage trucks. That would include concrete trucks, and of course those 18-wheelers that are articulated. Yeah. So we're talking about ones, for the most part, that have a U.S. DOT number, United States Department of Transportation number. That's part of commerce, and it has special laws, special regulations with respect to those trucks and how they're driven.
Well, and there's a lot of them on the roads these days, so I'm not surprised that we're seeing more of these cases, right?
Yeah, well, and think of it this way. That truck, that large truck, weighs a lot more than a passenger car. And so you put the weight, you put some speed, and it's not a mere tap. It's not a mere coming together. It's rather violent. So that's the reason why you see people talking about large truck collisions, large truck wrecks.
Now, are there certain times of the year where you feel like you get more calls or more, when it comes to truck accidents?
I don't know if there's any peak time at all. The reason being is, since trucks are on the road doing business, that's what drives truck collisions.
Sure.
You're out on the road, and in many instances those roads are 45, 55, 60, 65 miles an hour. So I can't say at any specific time that's more than the other.
Okay. Now, when someone's involved in a truck accident, say themselves or a member of their family, if it's a semi-truck, are there certain things they need to be doing or understanding?
Everyone must understand that in that situation, once there's a collision like that, the driver has to, he or she, has to report to their principal, their boss, and immediately at that particular point in time, they either get a hold of their carrier, insurance carrier, or they get a hold of their loss manager. And all of a sudden a team shows up. Wow. They start collecting data. They start taking pictures. They start taking measurements. So the quickest that you can get to a lawyer that does big truck collisions, wrecks, the better off you're going to be. Why? Because that data needs to be preserved. That data needs to be harvested, if you will.
Sure.
And so you don't want to put yourself at a disadvantage because they have a large insurance company that's representing the trucking, or they've got this great big trucking company that has loss managers and has a full team of investigators. You need to get started immediately.
It's funny you said that, because that's where I was going with this. When you're talking about especially big companies, they have so many people to protect them. You're just you, and that's why people call you, for that protection down the road in these instances.
And we understand that. If you look at the statistics, in 2021, over 168,000 large truck accidents occurred in the United States. And of that, in Indiana, 6,223 large trucks were involved in collisions here in Indiana. That's a statistic from the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration. And of those collisions, 150 fatalities.
Wow. And now there's something to think about, too. Let's just go beyond that. There's the next step. If it's someone's family member who there's been a loss of life, that's a whole nother level, isn't it, R.T.?
Well, think of the things, if you lost a loved one in your life. Think of all the things that would be missing, even from the point of financial, the money coming in, but more importantly, the love and affection, all the things that go along being a family member.
Sure.
Contributing things to, around the family table in the evening. Sure. All that's gone. And so it's a huge loss. And in many instances, I tell my clients that I'm going to do the very best I can for them. I'm going to get as much as I can for them and their family. But what I can't do, obviously, is bring them back.
Sure.
So we try to make the best of a very tragic situation.
Well, it's something we hope nobody out there has ever had to experience or will. But if they do, it's the time to call right away.
And our number here is 812-234-2369.
And
teamgreenlaw.com.
And we encourage folks to please, if you need legal advice, our good friends at Green Law are definitely here to help. Team Green it is.
Thank
Team
you.
Green, knuckles on that. Pow, baby, pow. Thank you, my friend. We look forward to seeing you next month.
Wonderful.
Our Counsel's Corner will continue, and so will Good Day Live, so don't go away.